Hey guys, it's Drummer 360. I'm bringing y'all another sniper gameplay. This time it's on Grand Bazaar. This happens to be one of my favorite maps, actually. I like some close quarters maps. I really like most of the maps in Battlefield 3, but I like these long corridors. They kind of lend to me sniping. But today, I'd like to talk a little bit about how I snipe. If you saw my last video, you saw me kind of rant and rave about how I don't like the way a lot of people snipe. But I probably didn't talk a lot about how I snipe. Real quick, I just want to throw this out there. When we came into this game, we were already losing by about 70-80 points. My HD PVR wasn't turned on until after I died my first time. I had forgotten to turn it on. That's why you didn't see it from the very start, and I apologize for that. But this is still pretty decent gameplay, so I wanted to put this in here. One of the things, always use the cuts, especially on this map. Coming through at what I call B and A and C cut, always coming up behind the enemies. Like right there, I caught that sniper off guard. He's just sitting there, laying there, being oblivious, and I just get to knife him. And most of the time, yeah, there'll be people around, but you're usually gonna scare some people or catch somebody off guard. And that's fantastic, especially when you consider that, especially on this map, you're gonna have teammates on both, or at least on the other side, if you come up behind them. And to like sandwich the enemies in is always a good idea. Which way are they gonna look? What are they gonna do exactly? Another thing with me sniping is, you obviously see I'm not afraid to pull out my G18 silence. Now, I honestly don't really like using the G18 silence, but I actually just found out that for competitive gameplay, for the $1.6 million tournament, apparently, or at least for Squad Rush right now, Squad Rush competitive, you're not allowed to use the tactical light, which makes absolute sense. I never really thought about it. Look at that, nice headshot. Run away from the grenade, and then what happens? Oh, I get 320'd. Whatever, can't run away from that, can I? The tac light definitely should not be in competitive gaming, and I would never want that in competitive gaming. But I do have to say, as a sniper in public matches, I like using the MP443 with a tactical light. It's got 18 shots to it, so it's hefty. I can take out 1, 2, 3 people with one clip. If you watch my montage, you'll see me go to town with the pistols. I love them, but I usually use the tac light. Now that I'm not using the tac light, I gotta try to get used to the G18. It's all right, but the point of that is that I'm not gonna be ever afraid to pull out my secondary. As a sniper, if you miss your first shot, especially, that's when I pull it out instantly. I'm not gonna try to be flashy and hit my second or third unless they're not paying attention to me. If we're that close up and close quarters, I'm not gonna, I'm not going to go for a second sniper shot. You miss, right? I want to talk about, using your environment. I see snipers all the time just up, like they'll be in one spot standing still, standing straight up, looking down their sights. And looking down your sights in this game as a sniper, you are going to be seen. At least by me, because I'm using a sniper rifle. Oh my god, I don't know how I didn't die from that rocket, I'm not gonna lie. But, I see that all the time, and I walk up, and I'll snipe them real quickly. It's like, what are you looking at? One of the things is like, I don't like to zoom in and stay zoomed in. That makes you a huge target, especially if you're just gonna be standing still, and even worse, standing straight up. I use all the environments that I can as a buffer between me and the enemy. You'll see me that I very rarely stay still. I don't like it. Right here, I'm communicating with Omar. I'm like, okay, hey, do you have a silencer? He's like, no. All right, let's rush in because we just went, B cut. And there's a double. Realistically, that double's not that impressive. I don't like the doubles I get when they're not headshots. Right here, we're trying to cap B. This is, Omar and I are trying to cap B. I know that there's going to be a bunch of teammates spawning. So my job is to, make sure they don't get out of that room spawn. And Omar's over there looking into the other room where they're going to spawn on B. Some might say, oh, you're spawn trapping. Honestly, how else are you supposed to, come back when most of your teammates aren't doing the work for you? That's how you have to make sure. I can't tell you how many times I try to spawn on a flag while it's being contested, and they know exactly where the spawns are. I know I'm learning these not just for public matches, for competitive gameplay. I've been trying to get into competitive gameplay for Battlefield 3. Right now I am a part of Binary Gaming, their team for Battlefield 3. Rage is our team captain. Just giving him a little shout out. It's really refreshing because I had played Call of Duty competitive, wasn't the best at it. I still like to play it, but there's just, I don't know, that game. I'm so tired of it. I just really am. There's one. Okay, and so that is what I'm talking about right there. I saw both of those guys. I took that first shot, and luckily he was already hurt, or else I wouldn't have gotten that kill. But the second shot, I moved back into cover, and kind of came back out and took my second shot, and that worked out for me. It doesn't always work out for you, but that's like me using the cover. You see me a lot of the times, I'm always perched up on things, and yeah, a lot of people know how to use cover. But I'm saying as a sniper, there's so many times where I just see people laying down or looking straight down a hallway, just scoped in. That's not how all that's going to do for you is get you noticed. You're not going to get a lot of kills that way. So the movement is definitely one of the things. Teamwork, communication in this game is everything. This entire time Omar and I are talking about where enemies are, where they're coming up on. If we die, we're calling out where we died from and from who. And that's something that not a lot of people will do. And I realize you need teammates to do that. I don't know how that guy didn't kill me. I don't know, but I'm lucky, right? Like I said, another issue for me to bring out, or another pistol, little pull out right there. I'm not always gonna use the sniper rifle. I do sometimes go for outlandish kills. I'm working on using the sniper rifle with no optics on it. I've gotten a little bit of clips. I'm waiting for a gameplay to show y'all. And if I do it, it's probably going to be on Operation Metro. I'm not going to lie. That map is just, it would be the easiest thing for me to get a good gameplay with no optics on my sniper rifle. But, I'm just trying out new things. I don't like the 12 times zoom. I don't. You see how I snipe. The more I zoom in, the more I have to move left and right, up and down with my cursor when I try to get a headshot. Ooh, I just miss. I go for the no scope, miss. But that's okay. That's okay. These are the things that I try to use the most when I'm thinking about sniping. Not staying scoped in, not giving myself away, using my cover to my advantage. Obviously you have to work on sniping in this game because it's not, to me, it's not as easy as in Call of Duty. You really have to think about where the bullet's going to go. Close range, not so much, but even then, you really do have to, lead the shot a little bit. I'm hoping at this point you're sort of kind of enjoying what I'm bringing to the table. A channel called Leet Frags asked me if they could upload my montage, and that is honestly what I'm most proud of. My gameplays, I have some other good gameplays that I'll be commentating shortly. I have one, and I'm not sure what maybe y'all would like to see. If y'all want to give me some feedback, oh, get on. You also saw me right before there moving around. You saw me that I never stop moving because the harder I can make it for my target, that is what I want to do. I really think I should have gotten that kill with the G18 suppressed, but we can't win them all, right? But back to what I was saying, I have some commentaries in it, and I'm wondering what y'all would like to see. Would y'all like me to see, I have some games where I went 42-10 on Damavan Peak. I have a game where I went 42-8 on, I think it was Operation Metro. I have a gameplay where I went 19-1, 21-1. Let's see. I have multiple different games that I could put up. I'd like to hear what you'd like to see. Would you like to see more sniper gameplay? Would you like to see me with the no optic sniping gameplay? Or would you like to see just me putting up some big numbers with some assault rifles or whatnot? Just let me know. Leave them in the comments. Thank y'all very much. Bye.